March 19th, 2K15. And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Hello there, I'm Wayne Alley. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being with us. We're here without Kim today. Kim is still on assignment. She's somewhere in the jungles of Madagascar. Maybe not. Anyway, she'll be back. We have a lot of things going on. I want you to remember and keep in mind that tomorrow evening about 6:45 p.m. Earth crosses that imaginary line, and we will actually change seasons, going from winter's over, into spring. Now that doesn't mean it's not going to snow, and it doesn't mean we're not going to have bad weather, but it doesn't mean either that we're going to have good weather. It just simply means that we're crossing that line, and anything could happen. You know, this is, after all, eastern North Carolina. Things could happen. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're going to be pretty safe here for a while. The weather has just been gorgeous, and I hope you've been able to get out and take advantage of it. I do. Yeah, beautiful. On today's program, we have a couple of gentlemen with us from the Wayne County Veterans and Patriots Coalition. We're going to be talking about the Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home celebration that's going to be coming up the end of the month. And I want you to listen closely to that. That's a very important celebration that we're going to be having, and you're invited to attend. And it's so easy. It's so easy, and I think you'll get a lot out of it. And I think younger people should be attending as well, youngsters, because they don't know a lot about the Vietnam conflict. So if you would, that's coming up on March 28th, and we've got some guys coming in that's going to tell us all about that a little later on. Plus, we have a special treat coming from the Wayne County Public Library. We'll be hearing from GAMMY Lil. GAMMY Lil is a new program at the library. She will be, she is GAMMY and she's Lil, but she's about that tall. Anyway, she will be reading to youngsters, and the new part of it is that this will be an evening event at the Wayne County Public Library every Thursday. She'll be there reading stories to the youngsters so that they can maybe kind of get sleepy, and it'll help them, you know, doze off. Anyway, it's a great program. Wait till you hear that one. Okay, today, the 19th of the month. Today is National Chocolate Caramel Day. Oh boy. It's also the day the Swallows return to San Juan Capistrano. And it's Absolutely Incredible Kid Day. Okay, we'll take that. All right. Again, the Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home celebration coming up on the 28th, and we'll hear more about that in just a few minutes. The first of the week, March 21st, I'm sorry, that's Saturday of this week. Saturday, March 21st at the Wayne County Museum is Wayne County Quilt Day. Quilt, Lynn Lancaster Georges will be, she is a textile historian. She'll be at the Wayne County Museum focusing on quilts made in Wayne County. And you can actually be a part of this by taking some of your homemade or handmade quilts over to the museum as well. You can take up to 3, provided they were made before 1950. And the museum is at 116 North William Street. A great place to visit. I'll tell you what, the guys over there are doing a great job keeping all that together. All right? See what else we have here. On, well, we'll do that one later. And this one as well. See what else we have here. Yeah, coming up in a few minutes, we'll, after the interview, we'll look over, in a few minutes, we'll look over birthdays and all that sort of thing. Okay, today is the 19th, and Thursday, and at the Senior Center on East Ash Street, the painting group begins at 8:30 this morning, bingo at 10 o'clock. There's a tutor for computers. A computer tutor will be on hand in a computer lab beginning at 10 o'clock this morning. Computer tutor. Anyway, it's at 10 o'clock this morning. Then they play bridge at 1, pinochle at 1. The Senior Functional Fitness Testing Program underway at 5:30. Golden Grooves Dance Class gets underway at 6 this evening, and the Learn Fitness Equipment Program at 7:30 tonight. All right? All right. Tell you what, we've got more. Stay where you are, and you'll find this very interesting. Our guests today in the studio, Jim Brewer and Brian VOLK. They're with the Veterans and Patriots Coalition. Brian, good to see you.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks for being here. Jim, good to see you, sir.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you for your service to our country, gentlemen. I appreciate you very much. And you're both retired Air Force.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
First of all, Brian, tell us about the Veterans and Patriots Coalition. You're Secretary-Treasurer for that organization.
Yes.
All right, tell me about it.
It's a group of veterans that, well, I got to rephrase that. It's not just veterans. It is anybody with a patriotic heart. But we basically encompass all the service organizations, whether it be the Military Order of the Purple Heart, the American Legion, the VFW, the DAV. Everybody's kind of included in that. And then what we focus on doing each year is the Purple Heart Banquet in each August, the Memorial Day events, the Veterans Day events. This is something new for us, the Vietnam Veterans Day celebration this year. And basically it's just about giving back to the community and making sure that our veterans here in Wayne County are taken care of.
Jim, you're the Vice President of the Veterans and Patriots Coalition.
Yes, sir.
And how long has this organization been around?
Oh my gosh, since what, 2008 I think, or?
2008 I believe,
Yeah, I
Bill
believe it was
Graham
about
and
2008 that it started.
Al Green and a bunch of those guys started
The
this.
late Al Green, I sure miss him.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Al was a great guy.
Yeah, no question. And we want to talk about the event that's going to be coming up here in just a moment, but you mentioned that anyone who has a patriotic heart can actually become a member. They don't have to be a veteran.
No, they don't.
So how would one do that? How does someone get a hold of you guys?
Well, we have our meetings the last Thursday of every month at the Veteran Service Office at 6 o'clock, and anyone is able to come in and join us, sit in on our meetings, and if they like us and care to join, then no problem.
All right.
We don't have any dues. We don't charge any dues. There's no anything like that. But they are more than welcome to come in and join us in the veterans parades and so on.
And I would like to say this is not just an organization where people just come in and hang around and just say, hey, I'm a member of that organization. Yeah,
No.
you actually work.
We do
you
work.
actually do
We
things.
We do work. Yes, we do.
That's a novelty. That's a new idea.
Yep.
Actually get the job done, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We do.
Now you mentioned the Veterans Parade, some of the other events that are going on, but there's one coming up, very important, coming up on the 28th of March.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. What's going on, Jim?
Well, that is going to be our Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home. It's new to Wayne County. It's going to be on the 28th of March at 10 o'clock at the museum. And 11 o'clock we will be holding a ceremony at the Veterans Memorial. We'll be reading out the names of the KIA, MIA from Wayne County. And it's just a get together. It's nothing really formal, but we just want to welcome home our Vietnam vets.
Let me put you on the spot here. Do you recall how many MIA, KIAs there are from Wayne County?
Well, Wayne County, I couldn't give you an exact number. I know Lance Corporal Hargrove, I think, is one of them.
Yeah.
Within North Carolina, there are 40 remaining. We just recovered, for the life of me, I can't remember his name, but they just recovered about him and repatriated him, and I believe he is going to be interned at Arlington in April. But the VVA, the Vietnam Veterans Association, all those organizations work very diligently to bring those guys home. And I think the national number is about 1,636.
Wow. That's
Still-
MIAs.
Still MIA.
1,636 MIAs.
Yes.
Just from that conflict, just from
the
Vietnam.
conflict. Yes, sir.
That's a lot of people. And
A lot of families that didn't get closure.
yeah. So the conflict ended, if you will, and I used to surround that in quotation marks, ended in 1975
Right.
when we evacuated. Why are we just now welcoming them home?
Well, that's a good question, Wayne. We Vietnam vets didn't really get a welcome home. You know, the Vietnam War was not very popular. It was a political war, and we lost a lot of good people over there. And we're still losing people from that war. I just had a good friend of mine pass away from cancer from Agent Orange back in October. So, yeah, we're still losing people, but Vietnam vets just didn't get a welcome home like the current vets from Iraq and Afghanistan. You know, you've heard the stories of people being spit on, yelled at, called baby killers and so on. And these guys were just on a job. These folks were just on their job. They were doing what they were trained to do.
They were people from your neighborhood, people from the grocery store, people who went to church with you, people who were in the same schools you were in. They were your neighbors. They were your friends. They were your relatives.
Yeah. My brother was over there.
Was he?
Yes.
And the coming home was just not there. The welcome home was not there. So now we're going to do it. Now we're going to put forth, and this was tried in some parts of the country last year,
Right.
Yes.
2014. And did we do it last year here in Wayne County?
We did not. This will be the
Okay.
first time that we do this in Wayne County, and hopefully not to be the last time.
Oh,
This is a baby step this year. We didn't have a lot of lead-in time. It was just an idea that was brought about, and they said, let's do it. So we're hoping to get a good turnout, and we're glad to have opportunities like this to spread the word. The biggest takeaway that we can talk about here today is we want Vietnam veterans to understand that the patriots and citizens of America are thankful, and the veterans, the Iraqi and Afghanistan veterans, are as well, or they're as thankful as anybody, because without the sacrifices of a Vietnam veteran, both in the field and what they went through coming home and fighting for their benefits and rights, we wouldn't have what we have today. You know, even through the VA shambles and bad stories we hear about, there are still success stories within that. So
that's true. And you mentioned that it was a political war, and that is so true. It seems that the war was run from Washington.
Exactly.
They tried to run it, and we failed miserably.
We did.
And a lot of people lost their lives, a lot of good people, like you say. And it's time we welcome those home that were able to get home. And that will happen on the 28th, beginning at the museum at 10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
Right? And then at 11, it'll move across the street to the memorial, which is right outside across the street from the courthouse here.
Museum will be a celebratory, enthusiastic type of event. We'll take about 15 minutes to get across the street to the memorial. And once we get to the Veterans Memorial Park, it'll be 10 or 15 minutes. We will chime the bell for each of the 40 names that are still unaccounted for. We've got a couple other unique things that are going to happen there, and we're just really looking forward to the event.
All right.
And if we can help one person, it'll be worth it.
Now, is this only for veterans?
No, sir. This is open to the public. It's
Absolutely
open
anybody.
to any veteran that wants to show up. Some of the people I've talked to are talking about bringing school children.
That is great.
You know, there's
That's great.
and this will be something that we build upon in the coming years.
Yeah.
But you know, we know from history. A couple of years ago, we brought the Vietnam Veterans Wall in here, and really influenced and educated a lot of people on what happened over there. And this will be something we can expand on that with.
I hope this is the first of many times that we're able to welcome home our Vietnam veterans, and and say thank you to all the veterans, anyway, Vietnam or not. And
That's what it's about. Wayne County is a very veteran-friendly county.
Yes, thank goodness.
Goldsboro municipality. I mean, it's awesome to live here and to be involved with the veterans organization.
Amazing to me that there are so many veterans who retire here. You retired here after Seymour Johnson, and I guess you did as well, did you not?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
People come to Seymour Johnson. They like the climate. They like the people. We try to be friendly. And then you retire here, and that's absolutely wonderful. We're happy you're here. And I thank you very much, Brian VOLK and Jim Brewer, gentlemen from the Veterans and Patriots Coalition here in Wayne County. We'll see you on the 28th.
Now come on up. We're going to read a story, okay? Y'all like stories? Who likes bedtime stories? Stories at nighttime before you go to bed. How many do you want Mama to read at nighttime? Do you keep going, another one? Another one? That's what I used to do because I didn't want to go to bed. Is that what y'all do? Well, I like to read to boys and girls too. Tell me some of the things you do in here with Miss Laura Rachel. What do you do? When you come to story time, what do you do?
What do we do, Harrison?
What you do? You play. That's right. That's one thing you do, play. Tell me some more.
Read books.
You read books. Anything else? Go to bed? I don't think you've gone to bed in here yet. We might have mine, okay, but not yet. What are we doing right now? What are we just doing? Are we talking? We're just talking, aren't we? And sometimes I've heard Miss Laura Rachel in here with music. What do you do then? Do you dance and sing? Do you do that? So that's 4 things. And one more, I know she's been working with y'all with letters. Have you been learning letters? Those are the 5 things you do in story time. Now, y'all think you're just having fun, right? But you know what you're doing? It means you're learning, and you're going to do better in school. So it's important. And you thought you were having fun all this time. But books are very important, and that's why I like to read to boys and girls. I especially like to read to my grandchildren. And my name is Gammy Lil, and I like to read them bedtime stories, and I like when they say, read me another one. So from now on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, I'm going to do bedtime stories for the boys and girls here at the library. And you can come in your jammies. See, I'm in mine, aren't I? And you can come in yours, and like Miss Laura Rachel said, bring your favorite stuffed animal or blanket or whatever you're comfortable with, and we're going to read stories. And I have a little friend who's going to sing us a lullaby at the end of every story time, okay? Because Miss Laura doesn't sing like Miss Laura Rachel, all right? And I thought I'd read you a book today about someone sleeping. What animal's on here?
A bear.
A bear. And this is called The Bear Snores On, all right? Let's see what happens with bear. What time do you think it is? Look at that picture.
No.
What do you think it is? Is it summertime? No, what time? Winter time, that's right. We had a little bit of snow, not as much as we were promised, but in a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the cold, long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Why is he sleeping? What do bears do in the wintertime? Does anyone know?
Come out.
They don't come out. Do you know that big word? What that's called? Anybody? Hibernate. I heard you say it. That's what they do. They eat and they get really fat, and then they go to sleep and sleep all winter. I think I could be a bear. Cuddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day and he sleeps through the night. The cold wind howls and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. What do you think a snoring bear sounds like? Do it for me. What do you think? Something like that, maybe? Or louder, you think?
Yeah.
Louder?
Louder.
Show me what do you think he sounds like? Oh, yeah. Okay. Do all animals sleep through the winter, though? Not all of them. We're going to hear about some other ones. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat, tiptoe, crawls in the cave from the fluffy, cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dark, too dank. So he lights sweet twigs with a small, hot spark. Has he made a fire? He's going to warm up, isn't he? The coals pip-pop and the wind don't stop, but the bear snores on. Can you make that snoring sound again? Oh, y'all got to help me better than that. 2 glowing eyes sneak peek in the den, and Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And a hare hops in. What's a hare? It's another name for what?
Rabbit.
A rabbit, that's right. "Ho, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Sounds like they're having a party, doesn't it? Mouse sips wee slurps. Can y'all do a little slurp? And Hare burps big burps. Can anyone burp for me? No? Okay. But the bear, what's he doing? The bear snores on, doesn't he? A badger scuttles by, sniff snuffs at the air. "I smell yummy yums. Perhaps we can share." "I brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." Are they sharing? Is that a nice thing to do? Yeah, it is, isn't it? And they nibble and they munch with a chew, chomp, crunch. But the bear, what's he doing? Snores on, doesn't he? Can you help me with that? Say it with me. But the bear snores on. Good. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, what a night, what a storm, twitters wren, and everyone clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they twitter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Look, they're dancing now, aren't they? They're having a good time. The bear's still sleeping. Hare strokes the fire and mouse seasons the stew. Then a small pepper fleck makes the bear. What does pepper make you do? Sneeze. Can y'all sneeze with me? Cover your mouths. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Achoo! He blows and he sneezes, and the whole crowd freezes. Are they scared? Do you think the other animals are scared of the bear? Why? They think he might eat them up. Remember, he's been sleeping all winter with nothing to eat, right? He might be hungry. Let's see. And the bear wakes up. Bear snarls and he snarls and he roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps, and the bear growls and he grumbles. Uh-oh, he looks mad to me. Does he look mad to y'all? You snuck in my lair and you had all the fun, but me, I was sleeping and I have had none. And he whimpers and he moans and he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Is he upset? They had a party without him, didn't they? Mouse squeaks, don't fret, don't fuss, look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea. Bear gulps and he gobbles. Do you think he was hungry? Remember, he's been sleeping a long time, hasn't he? I think he was hungry. He sighs with delight. Then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep. But his friends, what are his friends doing? Sleeping. His friends snore on. Look at that. Did they all go to sleep? They partied through the night. Now they're ready to sleep, aren't they? Did you like that story? Yeah. Okay. I like that story too. That's one of my favorites. And we'll be doing some more stories about sleeping and some more fun stories on Thursday nights, every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So remember, tell Mom, get your jammies, get your teddy, and come see me, okay? All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Welcome back. I told you you'd like that. How about that Gammy Little? Isn't she something? Yeah, and don't forget the Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home celebration on the 28th, the end of this month. Now, coming up, Jim Atkins was in with us the other day, and he told you about the Cures for the Colors coming up again this year. This is an event to raise funds for those who are victims of cancer. This is not for cancer research. This is actually money that goes to the people who suffer from cancer, who don't have enough money to buy gas to get to the doctor, who don't have enough money for food for the table because they have to buy gas to go to the doctor. Anyway, it's a great program, and if you want to know more about it, I'll give you a phone number here in just a moment. But going to be going to be Southeastern Cancer Care's Cure for the Colors dinner. Now that's coming up March 27th, near the end of the month. March 27th, that's a Friday. That'll be at 6 p.m. at the First Pentecostal Holiness Church. That's at the intersection of Wayne Memorial Drive and Highway 70 bypass, the big church in the corner there. And it begins at 6 p.m. They'll ask that you call and make arrangements to be there, to register to be there. And that number is 919-580-00. Yeah, 580-0000. 580-0000. Wow. Okay. In addition to that, that's March 27th. Then about a month later, on April 24th, the Cures for the Colors gets underway, and if you're a runner, walker, whatever you are, just a supporter, and you want to know more about that, we'll tell you more about that a little later on. Okay, birthdays for today. Here's what we have. We have birthdays. I had them right here just a moment ago, and I want you to guess. No, here they are. Birthday today for Renee Taylor. If you don't know who that is by her name, you would simply know her by the mother on The Nanny. She played, Renee Taylor is Joe Bologna's wife. She was in the TV show The Nanny. She played the mother, Sylvia. And she was also on How I Met Your Mother. She was on Happily Divorced, which was a very funny program. She's working on a new series with her husband, Joe Bologna, called Tango Shalom. Don't even ask. She's 82 today. Ursula Andress having a birthday. She's 79. Joe Cap, the football star, coach, and actor. He was in the movie The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds and everybody else. He's 76 today. Bruno having a birthday. Bruno, a.k.a. Bruce Willis, turning 60 today. Mary Shear having a birthday. She does a lot of off-camera work, voiceovers. She is 52. She was on Mad TV, Hey Arnold, King of the Hill. Does a lot of off-camera stuff. But Fred, she's 52. Fred Stoller. Fred Stoller was Fred on Anger Management, or is Fred on Anger Management. He's 50 today. Connor Trenier is 46. Connor's on, he is on Stargate Atlantis playing Michael. He was Commander Tucker on Star Trek Enterprise. Abby Brammell, or Brammel. Abby Brammel. Tiffy on The Unit. She was on NCIS, and she's on The Mentalist. She's 36 today. Happy, 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 and all that. Also, we have an identity theft event coming up. This is at the Senior Center. It says to protect yourself from identity theft and scams. Your identity is one of the most valuable possessions you have. Learn more about how to protect yourself by going to the Identity Theft event, sponsored by the Senior Center, on April 15th. You can remember that. That's tax day. April 15th, Wednesday, beginning at 10:30, with Caroline Farmer. She's from the North Carolina Attorney General's office. And that's on April 15th again. Coming up at the Wayne Montessori School, they're going to have a big event. The annual spring dinner and silent auction at the Montessori School. This is a fundraiser for the school, celebrating 35 years. Can you believe that? They've been here 35 years. Live entertainment provided by Blair Mazingo, a 2012 American Idol contestant. Jennifer Lucas, vocalist. King Tuck will be there. Donald Tuckson will be there. He's a saxophonist who will be playing along with Joel Burks, who plays conga drums. Love congas. Yeah. Anyway, that's at the Walnut Creek Country Club. $35. It will be semi-formal, beginning at 6:30. 5:30 cocktails. 6:30 will be the event. But Walnut Creek Country Club, and the date on that is soon. Very soon. Well, I got a copy of the ticket here, and I don't have a date on it, but we'll have that in just a moment. All right? All right. And that's going to do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. And I hope you join us then, either at noon, at 7 o'clock a.m., noon, or 5:30 p.m. So have a great day, and tomorrow, the first day of spring, or spring arrives tomorrow evening. So until then, I'm Wayne Alley, and I'm Kim Best. Have a great evening, and that's what's happening in your neighborhood.